So, Yajirobe got nerfed? Let's talk about it. Alright, what's good, everybody? So, if you didn't know or living under a rock, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero just recently got a patch. Now, this patch was a balance patch, toning down a character in by the name of Yajirobe, and also fixing a lot of the in-game mechanics. Now, for the in-game mechanics, it was just fixing controls glitching out and for you to be able to tag out. But for Yajirobe specifically, if you notice on the gameplay that I'm showing, he didn't start with the two keybars that he usually does. And that's because they changed it to where instead of him starting with two keybars, he starts with zero. And also for Sensu Bean, instead of costing five skill gauges, it now costs six. And then the last change they did for him, they reduced his health down from three full bars to two and a half. Now, I've seen a lot of discussion around whether this nerf was good or bad. A lot of people are complaining about it. Me personally, I don't see it as that detrimental to the character, right? I've seen a lot of people on Twitter going, "Oh, you people complaining, y'all just mad because the game. They said the game is gonna be broken, and Yajirobe being good is just nothing. It's just what Budokai is." No, when they said the game was gonna be broken, or unbalanced, I should say rather, I took that as if, okay, so the characters who are canonically strong in the series are going to be strong in the game, right? I'm pretty sure that's what a good amount of people thought, and everybody should have known that. But apparently, they just thought that anybody could be broken, which is just not the case at all. So when you really look at the roster, in terms of who is actually weak in the series, Yajirobe should be bottom three, bottom five at most. In my opinion, it goes Hercule, Yajirobe, a Cyberman. Videl could probably be in contention there as well. And then the fifth character probably like a Frieza soldier or something. Nonetheless, my point being stated that just because it's a Budokai game, Yajirobe should not have been as strong as he was. Just because of the amount of timeouts that he can cause. I talked about this in the last video, so you could probably go check that out. You know what I'm saying? Don't hurt. But and I also see people complaining how they shouldn't have nerfed the amount of skill gauge it costs. I look at that as if whatever. You know how easy it is to build 6 key gauges or 5 even? So another skill gauge is not gonna hurt you. You get skill gauge just by breathing at this point. So it doesn't make sense to me. Now, I know the ones who are complaining, they're the ones who are causing all the stalling. And to that, it's just like, get over it. It's a game. And then people are also complaining about how the BT3, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, it didn't get patched. Well, I'm not sure if you know this, but hear me out. Here's a little secret. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 came out 17 years ago, right? That was a time where, you know, there was no such thing as a patch. You got the game on the disc, you got what you got. It just baffles me how people really, oh man, this Dragon Ball fans, they really hurt. It hurts to have a conversation with them because it's just so many things that they can say, but they choose to go the other way with it, and it just comes out so wrong. And so the real question is Yajirobe like just done now? To that I say no. I'm pretty sure there are still going to be many people still running Yajirobe. Now, obviously he would have a fall off, but who cares? It is what it is. And to a point being that I don't understand why Yajirobe had so many fans, right? And also, what is going on the screen? This looks dumb. We're gonna restart this. But yeah, I don't remember Yajirobe having this many fans. If you walked up to a Dragon Ball fan, I don't think they were saying Yajirobe was their favorite character. It, I'm not wrong, right? The only people who were fans of Yajirobe were the people in early access to the game or the people who got the game on release day thinking, you know, hey, who's broken in the game? Like they stick to the characters that are broken. This is also something I was talking about in yesterday's video, how they find the broken characters and then when they get nerfed, they complain. But Yajirobe's not good in the series, so what is there to complain about? It's it just baffles me. It's like Dragon. You can never win against a Dragon Ball fan because if somebody who should be overpowered isn't overpowered, then it's a problem that they're not broken. Like for example, when UI Goku got nerfed in Dragon Ball Fighters, everybody's like, "But it's UI Goku. He should be strong." But he was incredibly stupid. Like there's no reason he could be strong, but he should not have been as strong as he was, right? Now, another character such as, oh, I don't know, let's see, Gogeta 4 in this game. There's a reason he's one of the best characters in this game. It's because he's one of the strongest characters to ever be in the series. That's fair. Now, when you go and have Yajirobe being as strong as he is, I don't think that's right at all. And then having Sensu being be unlimited in this game, I feel like is also technically not canon in the series if you think about it. Because the only time we ever seen that Sensu beam jar full was the first time we saw Sensu beams. Right? Apart from that, anytime they really needed Sensu beams in a dire situation, they didn't get much. They got at most like 5. As seen in like the Future Trunks arc of Dragon Ball Super, where Goku and Vegeta got sensu beams from Korin. They didn't get many. They got a little bag, a tiny little bag full of them. And in that bag, I don't think there was more than 10 in there. So my question is, did we really think Yajirobe really needed to be broken? Or did we play him because he was broken and we knew he was cheap and that we didn't really need to play the game as long as you had him on the team? Because to be honest, you could just run a strong character like, let's say, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he costs 10 skill gauge. You can run him, you can run Yajirobe, and then you can run a little third for 3 points. And bada boom, you have a great team right there just because of Gogeta and Yajirobe. You don't even need the third. You have Gogeta do all the work for you, and then Yajirobe, whenever Gogeta dies, Yajirobe just comes in and stalls out time, eats a sensu bean, yada yada. Like, to me, this change, it's a great change. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it. I in fact love the change. I just don't think, well, let me rephrase this before it gets taken out of hand. I knew when they said they were going to change something, I knew they weren't going to do a drastic change, right? Because at the end of the day, the Budokai game, there's going to be broken mechanics. Now, do I think they could have done more? Absolutely, without a doubt. But I wasn't expecting that. So my hopes are they were met. Now, in terms of what they probably could have done, I say they could have just probably limited sensu beam to one-time use. But this is also fine too, because since they've taken his health down, it'll probably be easier to kill him before he gets 2 sensu beams off. He could probably get 1 in the game. I don't know if he's going to be able to get 2, but you do build a lot of skill gauge as you see. Yajirobe's almost at 6 again, so it's very clear that you can get 6 pretty easily in this game. Now, as far as the amount of Yajirobe we're going to see, I say he will fall off, but I don't think he's going to be unseen still. I think fairly, if you know how to truly use the character, a lot of people will still have him on a team just for that stalling mechanic, but they won't be able to get away with it for much longer. So, with that being said, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here just because I pretty much ran out of things to talk about. So if you liked the video, like it, please subscribe if you liked it, and that's about it. Later.